2017 Honda CR-V dash reinstallation, specifically shifter. Shifter's unique. Here's how it works. This shifter, when you're removing it, the cable is a big deal. Specifically, when you're removing this nut, you don't want to use an impact gun, because when you use an impact gun on it, it stresses this cable and it breaks the sheathing on the cable, making it worthless. So no impacts on this. Use 2 wrenches. Wrench around the cable end here, and of course a socket on here. Carefully break it loose. It's on there good. So take this nut off, and then you're ready to deal with the shifter. Nut is off, and now you have to deal with this locking collar. And with the locking collar, you want to take this plastic lock, pull it up, and then rotate this collar in a counterclockwise rotation. And when you get to about half or 3/4, you start pushing it down until you'll notice it locks. And it's now locked in the release position, and you should be able to release it from that bracket. And now it's out. So let me show you how it works. A little 101 on that. The way this works is it's got a little spring in the end, and it pushes this collar closed, or in the unlocked position. Oh, I guess that would be locked. Okay. Anyway, let me show you how that happens. You release it, and there it is. It's now locked, which it would be against this bracket. So I'm going to show you how to put it back. Assuming this is the new cable, you want to put it back in. You'll want to, same thing. You want to unlock it, spin it about a turn, and what it's doing is it's just getting underneath the leading edge of that collar. See, that's all it's doing. Nothing fancy. And then once you have it in and you're going to unlock it, there it is. It's installed, and it's mounted on the bracket so that it won't come loose. Very simple. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unlock it again, or I'm sorry, get it in the open position. And if this, assuming this is the new cable, oh, by the way, it has to be in reverse. So the way you do that is you would put a key into this, or in this case, I'm just going to pull down on that release mechanism and carefully put it in reverse. This has to be done with it in reverse. That's how the cable is adjusted. Weird, but it's Honda. Go ahead and make sure that the collar is going into that little slot right there, and I can't even get it in. And you line the end of this cable up to that little square. Make sure that square is in there. In other words, don't have it like this. Don't be a dumbass. Put it like that, just like that. Make sure it's lined up. It'll probably be like this, somewhere in that position. So then once that's in, you want to lock this in. See how it just locked on its own? It wants to go there. And then you push this closed. But in case it doesn't do that, all you're doing, remember, is you're just unlocking this. Ugh, sorry, God, it really wants to go down there. I'll show you in better position. There, I was saying that it was unlocked like that, and you put it in the slot and it hasn't locked yet. You just pull up, or maybe be nice to it. Unload the spring, pull up on the lock, and let her rip. And now it's engaged. It's in there. So now it's in reverse. This is where the details are a little bit sketchy, but not really with Honda. You're going to need a 6mm, like a pin, some kind of an alignment pin, they call it, or a drill bit will work. Or in my case, I have a bunch of screwdrivers in my drawer, and I have so many of them that one of them happen to be exactly 6mm is the specified number, which is what this turns out to be. 6mm almost exactly. Close enough. Not really. It should be 6mm. So anyway, that's what it is. So I saw the end off, checked it. It's perfect. And this is the alignment pin right here. This little hole goes in here. And that's your alignment. At that point, when this is in, this is locked. And you got this locked, by the way. And more importantly, your transmission has to be, the other end of the cable, of course, has to be locked at the transmission in reverse, which what I did is I just know exactly how many clicks it is to the reverse part of the linkage. And that will tell me that it's in reverse. The book way is you're supposed to turn the key on and make sure that the dash indicates that it's, of course, in reverse. But I'll do that later. This is just for the video and give you a real lowdown, easy to understand how this works. It's really not that complicated. It is, but you know, complex, not complicated. So then at that point, once this is all done, I don't know where the nut is, it disappeared. You tighten this up and it is now adjusted. And of course, don't forget to take this out. And there you go. That's how that's done.